gonna say something controversial. Wuwa 2.1 is personally one of my favorite updates that Kuro Games has come out with for Wuwa, other than 2.0, obviously. But they knocked it out of the park with this update. Even though there is no new big story to progress the world and all that, I'm having so much fun with it. And I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about what they've added and why I'm even saying that. So let's get into it. And Kuro Games did sponsor this video, but they did not tell me to just say good things. Because spoiler alert, there are a lot of great things in this update and not a lot of bad. And I'll explain why, so just keep watching. So right off the bat, we're getting 2 new resonators, Phoebe and Brant. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I honestly did not care for Phoebe, and I was actually gonna skip her and just get Brant. But, you know, I play gacha games, and my chat, obviously on twitch.tv/Dora44, go follow us there, persuaded me to try Phoebe out and then pull her and her weapon. And I'm honestly glad I did. Now, honestly, I didn't need to. I already have an S6 Camellia, and I have a really good Carlotta team, and I'm pretty much fine. Like, I don't need anything else. But what got me was her movement and her play style. Same thing happened with Rochia, where I didn't care for the character, and then you get to actually play as them and try them. And then I just really liked how they played on field. She's just a lot of fun. And apparently she does a lot of damage. Mine, I'm still working on her build, so she's not fully built yet, but I've seen some videos and she's able to output a lot of damage. And she introduces a new mechanic called Spectral Frazzle, which does spectral damage over time. Now, there aren't many units that kind of, you know, utilize that a lot other than Phoebe, but we'll probably see more of that in the future. But I'm going to admit, the reason why I did pull her is because she rides her staff like a witch's broom, like for a short duration, and you're able to combo it where you can do like 2 of them and then a grapple and then a dash and then two more, and you can go pretty far with it. And I'm in gacha hell. I need therapy, honestly. I shouldn't have done it, but I did, and now I have her. But honestly, she's very new player friendly, and you can easily team her up with like your Spectral Rover as well. So it's kind of like a convenient pull for a lot of people. But then in the second half, we're getting Pirate Brant, call him Mr. Chesticles. Well, look at him. Yeah, you see why, don't you? But I'm really excited for Brant, so I will be pulling for him as well. He's a 5-star fusion resonator. So yeah, 2 new characters. Let me know in the comments down below if you pulled Phoebe or if you're going to be pulling for Brant, or if you're getting both like me. So let me know in the comments. But alongside that, we also got a new weapon for Phoebe called Luminous Hymn, which is very good for her, obviously. And of course, I got it because the weapon banner in this game is really good. And I lucked out. I got him my first 10 pull, so I think it was meant to be. And then when Brant comes out, we'll be getting his signature weapon, which is called Unflickering Valor, which honestly looks pretty sick. We also got 2 new areas to explore, which are absolutely gorgeous. One of them is called Recoily Islands, where you do a lot of the fishing event there. And it's just so good to look at. It's this big watery space with a bunch of little islands as well. And then we also got an underground area to the Alvarado Vault, which I haven't explored too much of it, but if you know, you know. When you first go there, it reminded me of Gringotts from Harry Potter. And with the underground area, you get a new exploration quest with it as well. Now, this is where it actually gets really juicy. They've added a few new permanent endgame modes for us. The first one is called Fantasies of the Thousand Gateways. It's a permanent weekly combat feature where you can get astrites, obviously, and level up materials as rewards. You'll essentially just team up with 3 resonators and just fight enemies. And then the other one is called Whimpering Wastes, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I hate that name, but yeah, whatever. You get rewarded for it, so I can't complain. But it's pretty much a fighting event where you pick 2 teams and you pick buffs for those teams. And then you fight waves of enemies trying to score the highest points that you can. It's actually really cool because you can kind of experiment with the different buffs that you get for your teams. And of course, you get a lot of rewards for doing it. So I'm happy. I mean, 2 new permanent new endgame modes that are permanent that give us more rewards to earn in the game. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's awesome. But now with those new endgame modes, the Tower of Adversity will be resetting about every month now and not 2 weeks. And then obviously with the new update, they added more echoes for us to fight and collect. And then they had to go and add a new tactical holo. Yeah, Hecate. Katie? I don't know how you say it, but the one that you fight previously in 2.0. It's a tactical holo now. If you like a challenge, then you're probably in heaven. You're gonna love it because it is a very good challenge. And now this next thing is the thing I've been waiting for years. Echo loadouts. Now, I know a lot of people probably don't give a shit about that, but I do. I've been wanting this feature in all the gacha games that I play, and wuwa finally did it. Now, if you don't know what the hell an echo loadout is, essentially, you have a build for a character. You save those echoes that you have on that character as a preset. So now, let's say you put completely different echoes on that character, but now you're like, wait, I want to go back to the one I had previously, my main build. Well, now you can. You can just click that button and then go right back to that preset that you saved for yourself. I've been wanting loadouts for such a long time, and wuwa finally did it, and I think it's amazing. So now if you want to have like different builds for one character, you can just save those builds to different presets and then switch between them by the click of a button. One of the biggest reasons why this update is one of my favorites. And that might be controversial to some people, but goddamn, dude, they did it. And it's only 2.1. They've also added echo recommendations as well. So the game will suggest to you what echoes to use on a character based off of player data. Other games already do that, but it's a nice addition. On the topic of quality of life, before I get to the events, they've also increased the echo inventory for your backpack. They raised it all the way up to 3,000. And then they also finally added full ray tracing capabilities. If you have a PC that can handle it and has an NVIDIA graphics card, you can have full ray tracing on. Now, when I first tried it, I was like, bro, I can't tell the difference. Like, what's so different about it? And then I changed it to daytime, and then I could tell. It just makes the light and the shines and the reflections just so good. It turned my game from just like cool, kind of muted. I still thought it looked really good, to like glowy and warm. And then I even went up to a window, and it turned the window from no reflection whatsoever to full on reflections. And it makes the water look better. Like, it's very small details, and I feel like most people wouldn't care about it, but you can definitely tell the difference, and it just makes the game look even better, which I thought it already looked amazing. I will say though, I mean, you need a pretty decent PC in order to like just have 120 FPS stable, but I think it's worth it if you want like a pretty looking game, at least for exploring. Maybe if you want to do like the tactical hollows and stuff, maybe turn it off so you can just get as many frames as you can. But either way, the game looks even more gorgeous now. And something that I don't care about, but it's probably important to someone out there, wuwa's coming to the Mac store for MacBooks. So if you have a MacBook and you've always wanted to game on it, well, now you can play wuwa on it at least. So for the 2 people out there that care about that, hey, there you go, big W. And then what would a wuwa update be without a login event? So of course, we're getting more lustrous and radiant ties just by logging into the game and claiming them. So more for my chesticle man funds. So can't wait for that. But then here's the other big thing that makes me say this is one of my favorite updates. And it's gonna probably sound stupid to most of you, but I don't care. These are my impressions and my opinion. The fishing event. It's called Old Man and the Whale. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, fishing event? Where's the new story? There is a story quest within it, which is okay so far, but I was wrong. It is so addicting and it is so fun. I'm not a huge fishing guy, but this fishing event reminds me of Dredge, that game. And so I guess I'm biased because I love Dredge. It is just so fun. You get into your boat and then you go out and do requests, catching fish, and then you have an inventory. So you have to be kind of smart with how many fish you catch. You can like rotate the fish and kind of play Tetris with them so you can fit as many as you can. You take them back after you finish the requests, and then you gain points and fame. There's a shop to buy materials from so you can build up the big boat that's there as well. And then obviously the progression system, you have like a skill tree, so it increases your boat and your fishing capabilities. It's addicting. If you like Dredge and that progression system, it's very similar, and you just want to keep going. You want to keep doing the requests and finding the new fish, you know, upgrading your boat and getting better and better and just seeing the numbers go up. I tweeted about this and I was just like, why am I addicted to a fishing event? And then it clicked. I was like, oh, because of Dredge. I love Dredge. That's why. So if you're like me and you don't really give a shit about fishing, try the fishing event in this one. It is genuinely very fun. And as of recording this is really the only big event right now, but later on in 2.1, we'll be getting more events as well. But yeah, that's pretty much just like my sit down video impressions and what's new. There are new quests, like the new exploration quest, and then, you know, the event quest. Nothing too major, but I really don't think that takes away from how good this update is, at least in my opinion. Now, maybe the echo loadouts is kind of carrying the update, at least for me, but honestly, I don't think so. I mean, 2 new end games, a really fun fishing event, echo loadouts, new areas to explore, cool new resonators to collect, more rewards to get, RTX. I know I glazed this game up a lot. I do, but it deserves it. And I'm going to keep glazing it. And if there is something that is apparent to me that I don't like, or I'm like, ah, man, I kind of wish this wasn't a thing, then I'll say it. I said that from 1.0 on, you know? I played all weekend. I played on Friday on my stream and had a lot of fun. I really did. I just had a lot of fun. And I think that is the main thing that people are forgetting sometimes, that these games, you're supposed to have fun with them. And I can't wait to log back in today and to keep building my Phoebe and then also do more of the fishing event because I'm just really liking it. That's my sit down video. There's really not that many bad things, but if there are some bad things that you found or that you think are negatives that take away from the update, let me know in the comments down below because maybe I just haven't seen them and I'm really open to the feedback. So I'd like to see what you guys think of this update. Do you like it? Do you not really like it? Let me know. But anyways, those are my thoughts. Go play it. If you don't play wuwa, why not? You should. Go do it. It's worth it. Anyways, I'll catch you guys at the next one.